Good morning. It is 6:40 a.m. on Tuesday, December 6th, 2016. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I'm not sick yet. Still had a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a runny nose, but it has not progressed beyond that at this point, so I'm got my fingers crossed. I think, adjusted my glasses with crossed fingers. I don't know if that provides extra luck or what. You may notice down here in the corner, I've got a little dog. Um, since last night, she's been, I don't want to say grumpy, but she certainly felt like there's a lot of things she needs to bark about. She kind of got herself all worked up about it, I think. Because there's definitely times where something aggravates her to the point where I'm pretty sure she's just still feels like barking, even if whatever it was that made her bark in the first place is gone. She just doesn't feel like it listens to her, and she's mad, and she's kind of just doing the equivalent of ranting to yourself in the elevator. Anyway, she's a sweet little dog, but she's just definitely still doing that a little bit. And she kept me awake a little bit last night. Anyway, it's fine. Yesterday I watched the finale of Westworld, and really I was very satisfied. Early in the season, I was concerned that the show was going to be a little bit too Lost-like in the idea of just continuing to unfold one onion layer of mystery after another, without really having anything satisfying at the core. But on the whole, while there's still some stuff left undetermined, of course, I was pretty happy with the final result. Really, I like, without getting too into spoilers about it, some of what I really like about the series is the idea of a complex awakening of synthetic consciousness, and also some of the musings on how, our human consciousness really that different from some of the weird things we observe about the hosts, in the sense that, even though ostensibly we're conscious, we certainly get into some of these same sorts of routines, where, when you kind of do your muscle memory morning routine, like, how conscious are you really being in those moments? Or are you really just kind of going through the rhythms? When we say going through the motions of something, it's like, I think that sometimes that does actually happen. We kind of just get into autopilot with our programming, so to speak. But and and it raises the questions of, like, well, did you make that decision, or is it a determinate, um, oh, shoot, what's the deterministic? That's what I meant. Cause and effect thing about, like, well, the product of your memories and your upbringing and the environmental situation around you led to a situation where the neurotransmitters in your brain are flashing in a certain way, and could you really have ever made a different decision? I don't know. Consciousness is still very much a mystery, and it's kind of interesting to think that we could at some point create something that's at least near enough to it that we can't tell the difference. Excuse me, goodness. Near enough to it that we can't tell the difference without necessarily having ever really figured out our own consciousness. I think that stuff's very cool, and I like seeing it explored in a TV show, especially one with some fantastic performances, some interesting ideas going on, and yeah, really liked it. Thumbs up for Westworld Season 1. I'm sure I'm the only person talking about it. But yeah. So I didn't get quite as much extra sleep as I wanted, partly because of Luna being so barky. But that's all right. I'm trying to adjust my routines, and that's going to be an adjustment for the little dog as well. So hopefully, if I can continue to try to be more diligent about going to bed early when I can, that'll be, an adjustment period for a little while, and then it'll all become normal. So I will let you all go here, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.